In what feels like the blink of an eye, everything we thought we knew about our own history has been, well, it's been thrown out the window. The world we understood didn't end with a bang, but with the sizzle of ham in a pan. And what's replaced it is this new, authenticated, and, let's be honest, completely wild national reality. Our job today is to try and make sense of what this all means for us, right now.
And look, let's be perfectly clear. This isn't some internet theory. This is a direct quote from President Stackhouse. The highest office in the land has officially confirmed a document called Ham War Volume 1. This one document has forced every single one of us to grapple with a past we didn't even know existed.
For most of us, this is where it started. This newspaper headline: Global Panic and Ecstasy. The UN confirmed the document was real. Academics basically threw up their hands and said, yep, we were wrong about everything, especially lunch. This wasn't just a news story. It was like a factory reset for our collective memory. And this line, this is the sentence from the president's official statement that just stopped the world cold. It draws a clear, unmistakable line in the sand. Or maybe I should say in the gravy. What we thought was just a meal, turns out it's the foundation of our entire history.
You know, when history gets rewritten overnight, the government has to respond. And they responded fast. Today, we're going to focus on the official presidential press release and what these new policies actually are. And they didn't start with taxes or laws. They started at the breakfast table.
So, the very first policy change, it's about a drink, a beverage. The golden mimosa, something you might have had last weekend, is now a federally protected national symbol. It's up there with flags and monuments. And this, of course, immediately made everyone ask the same thing.
Right. It's a totally fair question. And the answer, like pretty much everything else from now on, is found inside the pages of Ham War Volume 1. That document is now the bedrock of our new reality.
According to the text, this drink isn't just orange juice and champagne, it's an artifact of peace. Its importance comes from the final, climactic chapter of the war, a moment they called the final toast. And this quote is the official justification. It's attributed to someone called a Zeestwalker at the Gilded Truce. It captures the whole feeling of the war's end: loss, absurdity, and ultimately, flavor. The golden mimosa wasn't just there, it was the symbol of hope. And that's why it's now federally protected.
Okay, so the next directive shifts from symbols to a person. A name we all need to learn: Gravy Jim. The policy says his face is going on our money and his name is going on our war memorials, right alongside our most honored heroes.
A few weeks ago, absolutely nobody had ever heard this name. Now, honoring him is a matter of federal policy. And when you dig into the historical text, you find a portrait of a man who is, shall we say, a lot.
And there you have it. That's our introduction. This quote, apparently from a diplomatic meeting with the sausage titans, gives you a pretty good idea of his particular style. He was a warrior, a philosopher, and a master of what you can only call aggressive culinary negotiation.
I mean, just look at his resume from the text. He was the spiritual adjudicator for the Hash Brown Accord. He led the charge on the Brinery Fortress. He was a man of deep feeling who mourned a sentient table named Doris. And, oh yeah, apparently he transcended mortality and became a cosmic being made of pure gravy, so, yeah, national hero. And that brings us to the next directive, which focuses on another new, vital figure in our national story: Doris. Her sacrifice is now considered so important that all citizens are officially encouraged to remember it.
So who or what was Doris? Well, the official record is specific. She was a sentient rebellion table. She was also the object of Gravy Jim's affection, and after the war, she was officially declared a sacred and inconvenient artifact. That title alone tells you so much, doesn't it?
This is a direct quote from Gravy Jim. It's his eulogy for Doris. It really captures the deep emotional bond between the hero and the artifact. These are the words we're now meant to reflect on when we remember her sacrifice. Varnish-dipped dream slab.
Wow. All right. This last directive, this is the one that might actually change how we all live our lives day to day. It's not about what we remember. It's about how we talk to each other.
right now.
There it is. It is now official government policy to encourage us all to speak more boldly and to curse more poetically. The government is literally telling us to up our trash talk game and to do it with style, just like the heroes of the Ham War.
And if you need an example of what this poetic cursing looks like in practice, we just have to turn back to our new national hero. This is what Gravy Jim said to the Thousand Island Tribunal when they were investigating condiment war crimes. This is now the gold standard for public speaking.
So, just to recap the absolute whiplash we're all feeling. Last week our history was about, facts, laws, politics. Today, our history is an epic saga of condiment war crimes, sentient breakfast furniture, and the very loud, very profound philosophy of a guy named Gravy Jim.
Let's be clear about this. We didn't just find a missing chapter of our story. We've been handed an entirely new book, written in a language of flavor and fury that we are only just now learning to read.
These presidential orders are just the start. You can't change the past this dramatically without completely changing the future. We are all citizens of a nation that is, right this second, being marinated in a brand new identity.
And that leaves us with one final, kind of terrifying thought. The foundational document of our new world is called Volume 1. This war, this history, this flavor-fueled epic, it isn't over. The only question now is what other truths, what other heroes, and what other insane new policies are waiting for us in Volume 2.